The Arizona Cardinals sitting back and enjoying their bye week. There was a couple games for the Arizona Cardinal fans to keep their eye on. And I'm not going to lie to you, I don't think anybody's very much of a threat here in the West. Let's dive into the Week 11 aftermath and the Arizona Cardinals getting ready for the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Let's talk about the Week 11 aftermath. Now, if you did not know, the Arizona Cardinals enjoyed Week 11 with their bye week and now heading into Week 12 to play a division matchup here. Now, we actually do have two division matchups within the next three games. We got the Seattle Seahawks, we got the Vikings, and then the Seattle Seahawks again. So it's going to be very, very telling to see what happens in those two division games here within the next 3 weeks for the Arizona Cardinals. But let's first dive right into the Rams as well as the San Francisco 49ers, because both of them, they did their best to stay within the division, or I guess the Rams took care of business. The San Francisco 49ers, on the other hand, they absolutely, I don't know who this team is. I really don't. It almost kind of seems like the 49ers expect to win because they were a team that is constantly in the playoffs, a team that is always winning the West, right? We're seeing a very, very, I don't want to say lazy, but a football team that doesn't believe that they need to fight for it, right? That's what it kind of seems like, right? They got in their mentality that we were here before, right? We should beat the Seattle Seahawks, because when I watched the Seattle Seahawks versus 49ers game, honestly, I was expecting a lot more from the 49ers. Like, truly, I really, really was. Needed a little Geno Smith magic to end up, obviously, winning that game for the Seattle Seahawks, but that's what these games come down to, right? Especially these division games. And right now, with the San Francisco 49ers falling to 5-5, a lot of 49er fans are hitting the panic button right now with potentially firing Kyle Shanahan. Now, I want to go and talk real quick about, the Rams. I don't know what this team is. I really don't. I do not know who this Rams team is. Are they the team that lose to teams like the Dolphins? Now, granted, the Dolphins and us, we only won by 1 point, right? But they weren't able to score a touchdown. And that's with Puka, and that's with Cooper Kupp. Now, yes, they didn't have Puka the whole time. That is true. But I don't know who this Rams team is, right? The Patriots, they're starting to kind of hit their stride defensively. So I know we got them, later part of our schedule. That's not going to be an easy win for us, right? Now, no win is going to be an easy win for the Cardinals, right? We're going to have to treat every single week as the final week to potentially get into the playoffs moving forward. So I don't know what this Rams team is. I know Stafford is playing very, very good. Just this Rams team just in general. Now, granted, yes, they did start off the season with so many injuries, and being the fact that currently right now they're 5-5, that's a pretty much a miracle on its own for that fan base to be at the top of the division here, or at least in the second spot of the 5-5 teams out there, because you got the Rams, you got the Seahawks, and then you got the San Francisco 49ers, which have yet to win a division game. So let's talk about the Rams real quick, and then we're going to move on to the 49ers, and then we're going to talk about the Cardinals. So the Rams, yes, you guys beat the Patriots. Congratulations, right? You're 5-5. You're within the thick of things, and believe it or not, if any of these teams go on a run, they can take the spot of the Cardinals if we don't take care of business. So congratulations on the win versus the Patriots. What they got coming for them, I don't know if they're going to be able to overcome it, right? Next week, they got the Eagles. After that, they got the Saints. And then after that, they got the Bills. Now, let's throw in a fourth game, right? Then they got the 49ers, which that game right there, 49ers versus the Rams, in 3 or 4 weeks, that's going to be a very, very interesting game for the 49ers and potentially the Rams, right? So I don't know if the Rams are going to be able to overcome what's coming their way. Now, maybe they might beat the Saints. That can very well be a possibility there, but I don't know. I think the Rams, which good for them, overcoming the injuries. Personally, I'm not worried about the Rams because of their next 3 to 4 games. It can be very, very bad for the Rams, in my opinion. Now, let's look at the 49ers here. The 49ers have the Packers, the Bills, the Bears, and then that Rams 49ers game. So let's say, for example, the 49ers go 2-2. Maybe they go 1-3. this is a real possibility. This next stretch for the NFC West, we all need to start winning from here on out, right? There's no more gimme games. And I've heard a lot of 49er fans saying that, oh, if this happens, right? Or we need to see the downfall of the Cardinals, or we need to start seeing the downfall of the teams in the NFC North, right? Then we can squeak in. I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of the same things over and over again. And looking at the next 4 games for the 49ers, the Packers at Lambeau, the Bills, the Bears, and then the Rams, let's say they win 2 of 2, right? Let's say they beat the Rams in the 49ers Rams game. They go 2-2. I don't know. Like, they still might be kind of 2 games, 3 games away from the top of the West once they get out of this 4-game stretch, but it's not looking good for the 49ers at all. Now, let's talk about the Seahawks, right? The Seahawks right now, kudos to them. Absolutely. Kudos to them for continuously trying to fight and not allowing themselves to be the bottom of the NFC West and just losing games, right? Kudos to them. They're currently 5-5 as well. These next 3 games for the Seahawks as well as the Cardinals are going to be very, very crucial. Very crucial. Now, what's going to happen here in this coming Sunday versus the Seattle Seahawks? That's going to be very telling. We got the Seahawks in Seattle. Usually we beat them there. Usually they come here and they beat us here, right? So these next 3 games stretch here for us, the Seahawks and the Cardinals, are also going to be very, very crucial. So the Seahawks got us. They got the Jets, which the Jets are dwindling away. So that could be a win for the Seahawks there. And then they got us again. The Cardinals need to sweep them, or they need to get 1-1, right? But here's the thing. Let's go into the Cardinals side of it all, right? Seattle, Vikings, Seattle. Some people don't think that we can beat the Vikings team, right? I mean, to me, I think there's a real possibility. I think the Cardinals can stand toe-to-toe with the Vikings. Now, so far, we haven't done really well against the NFC North teams, but, you know, right now we are, 1-2? We beat the Bears. We lost to the Lions. We lost to the Packers. Why not make it 2-2? I feel like the Cardinals do have a chance to potentially get that W there. But within these 3-game stretch here, obviously, we all want to go 3-0, right? Obviously, but we need to at least leave this 3-game stretch at 2-1. We have to. Within this division race being as tight as it is, somebody is 1 win to 2 wins away from skyrocketing to the top of the NFC West, and the Cardinals cannot allow it. They cannot allow these teams below them, whether the Rams, the Seahawks, or the 49ers, to get on the 1 or 2 game winning streak, because we need to be able to do that, right? Now, I know some people look at the schedule for the Cardinals and say, oh, we got this. I mean, yeah, looking at the schedule is not it's not the hardest path, that's the truth, but it starts with these 3 games here. Seahawks, Vikings, Seahawks. If we can take 2 of 1, or heck, go 3-0, because I do see a lot of losses coming from the 49ers and potentially the Rams, and this might be the spot right here that you can actually build up some wins and get momentum, continuing to move forward, and then end the regular season and hopefully punch our ticket into the playoffs by winning the NFC West. But ladies and gentlemen, the aftermath of the results of the NFC West after week 11 has actually been very, very pretty good for us, because the team for me that I was a little worried about is definitely the San Francisco 49ers, and I think right now they are starting to kind of crash and burn, and we might be seeing a fire Kyle Shanahan video here pretty soon from that San Francisco 49er fan base. We'll have to kind of wait and see how that all shakes out. But ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts right now of the NFC West? Do you think there's a clear path for the Cardinals to take this? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cardinals.